Are you Kirk Edwin Jensen?
Yes, I have documents in here that I had just filed with the clerk, and I need to submit them here.
Is that this thing called non-statutory abatement?
That's it.
All right, I got it. I provided a copy to Miss Davis. It's entitled Kirk Edwin Jensen, Reign Citizen, Reign of Heavens, a set apart place with an address. Non-statutory abatement.
The courtroom opens with a defendant walking and carrying non-statutory abatement paperwork, instantly signaling a sovereign citizen-style argument. The judge, already familiar with this pattern, reacts with sarcasm instead of surprise. From the very first exchange, it's clear this is not a normal legal defense, but a clash between structured law and personal belief systems that the court has to constantly shut down.
License. Charge 23661, charged with operating with no license in your possession. I don't think you can be convicted of both of those, as I said at our arraignment. And then the third count is a civil infraction, no proof of insurance, could probably be charged as no insurance, but it was charged as a civil infraction.
I have the proof of that here,
May I see it? All right, that's the person that owned the car.
Correct. Yep.
All right. Let Debbie see that. All right, we had kind of a chase our tails around at the time of the arraignment. You are, what do you wish to be, a Reign citizen?
That I have a social compact and a body politic, which gives the authority for the credentials that I had when I had given them to Mr. Brooks at the time.
The judge lays out the charges, including operating without a valid license and lack of insurance. The defendant tries to defend himself using documents and personal reasoning, but the court immediately demands legal proof instead of theories. This moment shifts everything from strange paperwork to real criminal exposure, making it clear the situation is no longer symbolic but legally serious.
And
the officer that wrote the ticket.
right. You had said that you were going to try to get those from him and see them for yourself.
Yeah, I don't know whether Ms. Davis got that or not.
We did get additional information from the agency in Detroit regarding passports, and they confirmed they are fraudulent. So if this doesn't get resolved today with the plea as charged to these misdemeanors, then we will be amending to have felony.
The defendant introduces ideas like a social compact and claims authority over his credentials, treating legal identity as optional. The judge quickly shuts it down, rejecting the argument as invalid and comparing it to fake identification logic. This becomes the first direct and heated clash between courtroom authority and sovereign-style reasoning, raising the tension significantly.
Sovereign citizen.
And I do not claim that in any way, shape, or form.
All right.
I rebut that. I completely rebut that statement.
All right. Well, I tried to think of a term for it.
Well,
just a minute.
Okay.
Let me get my thoughts together here. We had a guy, Mr. Aiken, a couple of weeks ago, and we went round and round with him, and he wanted a jury trial, and he didn't show up, and then he was found in contempt, and he went to jail. And I said, well, how about willfully misinformed defendant? That's too cumbersome, or willfully ignorant defendant. And then I was laying in bed between then and now, and I thought, follow me here, mimsy were the borough groves. It's like, what the heck does that mean? It's from the poem Jabberwocky by Lewis Carroll. It was written in the 1800s. It's a nonsense poem that doesn't mean anything. And more importantly, there was a science fiction story written maybe during the war called Mimsy Were the Borough Groves. It's a very interesting story about some toys that were sent from the future back to here. It's pretty relevant right now with cell phones. And the third line is Mimsy were the Borough Groves. And what is a Borough Grove? It doesn't make any sense. So my term for these people that come in with this kind of nonsensical jabberwocky is going to be Borough Groves. So this is Borough Grove. It doesn't mean.
The prosecution reveals that documents like a passport and driver's license are potentially fraudulent. What started as traffic-related issues now shifts toward possible felony charges. The stakes rise instantly, and the defendant's paperwork is no longer just disputed. It is now treated as evidence of criminal fabrication that could heavily impact sentencing.
This stuff about self-claimed contracts and Exhibit B and C has no lawful effect. So the question I have here is, do you wish to have a trial on these matters, or do you wish to enter a plea to this?
So does the body politic and social compact, is that being disregarded?
Correct.
Okay, then I'll go with the trial.
All right, then I will. Do you want to have an attorney to assist you?
No.
All right, you sow the wind and reap the whirlwind. The prosecutor is going to charge you with some sort of felony charge. What charge did you have in mind, Ms. Davis?
I believe that Prosecutor Morgan looked it up, and it was fraudulent documentation, basically manufacturing fraudulent passport and a fraudulent license.
We talked about Conch Republic passports. Whatever you had, and this false passport and some claim that somehow you had an international driver's license. You have to have a driver's license from somewhere to have an international driver's license. And this
Right.
isn't it?
Mm-hmm. And I had that too. I have that too, yes.
All right, well,
One last question. The documents that were taken by Mr. Brooks, I want to make sure that those are entered in as.
Judge Middleton begins breaking down the defendant's arguments with sharp humor and cultural references, labeling the reasoning as nonsense. He uses creative comparisons like Borough Groves and literary references to highlight how disconnected these claims are from reality. While humorous, the message is clear. The court sees these arguments as legally meaningless and repetitive.
As all evidence, it's held by the sheriff's department and the evidence lockers. So certainly we would introduce those as exhibits.
all right. Well, you're always polite enough, but you're
I stand
this,
firm.
well, this, it's the
stand
problem
firm
with
on
this is insidiously dangerous. People decide on their own that the rules don't apply to them. And even though they're polite and respectful, you're yanking my chain, and this is a waste of our court's time and Miss Davis's time.
I intend to prove that
All
these
right.
things are correct.
All right, maybe you do, but they aren't. This stuff is meaningless. And if everybody decided like you that they don't need a driver's license, they don't participate in our social contract, and they wish to use our public roadways and our streetlights and our court system, but hey, it doesn't apply to me, things would break down. The rule of law would cease to exist. So it's polite, but it's insidious and it's dangerous. What's next? I don't have the social contact, so I can punch somebody in the nose. I can kill somebody. I can sell drugs. The rules don't apply to me because I'm a RAIN citizen. Well, it don't work that way, at least not here in Michigan or in St. Joe County. Same rules apply to you that apply to everybody else. And you're going to get charged with a felony document fraud case. Do you want a bench trial or a jury trial?
Jury.
Yeah, the same thing. It's hypocritical. The rules don't apply to you, but you don't mind bringing in 30 of your citizens to come in and
It's
hear
going to be
this
just
stuff.
me.
The judge explains that rejecting laws and social contracts would completely break society. He emphasizes that rules apply equally to everyone, regardless of personal belief. This is the key moral turning point where the courtroom shifts from mocking the arguments to clearly explaining why they are dangerous and unsustainable in any functioning legal system.
I'm going to set for a jury trial. Mimsy, we're the Borough Groves. That's what this amounts to. 'Twas drilling on their slithy ties. It's a bunch of nonsense. And so, Mr. Borough Grove, I will see you on August 16th at 8:30.
Your Honor, just to clarify a few things in anticipation of that. As far as service, Mr. Jensen, will you accept service at the email that you have on this non-statutory abatement?
Correct, yes.
Okay, so just wanted the clarification that I'm going to send a witness list to him, make sure that he has the supplemental report from.
Yeah, there is
Detective
one thing
Steers.
that it does have some merit in here. He asked for discovery. So yes, your request for discovery is honored.
The prosecutor confirms potential felony charges for fraudulent documentation. The judge warns the defendant about the seriousness of manufacturing fake identity papers. Despite repeated chances, the defendant refuses legal representation, making his position even more vulnerable. At this stage, the legal path forward becomes much more severe and less flexible.
On this document that was filed
And what
today.
email will I use to respond?
Yours would, the email that it comes from, which
Okay.
is PROS at
Okay.
stjosephcountymi.org. As far as witnesses, the people would intend to call Deputy Kevin Brooks, Detective Sergeant Brian Steers, Chris Catone or Catone from the TSA, and James Herdman, Special Agent Diplomatic Security Service from the Detroit office.
Will all that be included with the email?
Yes, I will do a written witness list. so
What's
you
that
have it.
officer's name?
The last one, James Herdman, Herdman. And then potentially this Cheryl Pulaski.
The owner of the car?
Yes. I don't believe there might have been another backup officer. Let me double check. I don't know if we'll need him, but
Even though you have these mistaken beliefs, what's your objection to having an attorney to help you with this?
I do not choose to have anyone, any bar or associates representing me.
All right. If it is not charged as a felony, in the meantime, you're to be here August 16th at 8:30.
Okay.
And do you have any witnesses that you wish to call?
Potentially the owner of the car. I'm not sure at this point, but that would be one potential.
The court confirms that the fake passport and license will be used as evidence. Discovery is granted, and multiple witnesses, including federal agents, are listed. The judge highlights how the defendant's own documents strengthen the prosecution's case. The situation becomes structured for trial, with everything now officially documented and prepared against him.
Precaution, the owner of the car might have a Fifth Amendment right not to testify.
Mhm.
If they're allowing you to drive the car without an operator's license, that could be a misdemeanor in and of itself. So that's something to consider. But we'll address it further. We'll see what Mr. Marvin and Ms. Davis elect to do with this.
For further witnesses, would Zoom be available?
No, they be here live and in person.
Okay.
All right, any questions? All right, you're free to go.
thank you, Your Honor.
The judge sets a jury trial date and continues criticizing the sovereign citizen logic as unrealistic and disruptive to legal order. He emphasizes that laws apply universally and rejects the defendant's ideology completely. And with that, the case moves forward toward trial. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video.